Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I bring you back another tutorial on how to change the color of an object in your photo to the desired color that you want. Now in this tutorial we are going to focus on changing the color of a t-shirt, which is originally yellow, of course, to any other color: pink, green, white, purple, red, any color that we want. So my name is Simbi, also known as Simbi Props, and if you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, to this channel, please do so, because I'll be dropping gems from time to time. Of course, photo editing tutorials, tips on mobile phone photography, anything mobile phone photography and videography, I got you. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit that button now and subscribe. So let's get into it. So the app we're going to be using to edit this picture, the shirt picture, or changing the color of the shirt picture into other colors, is the Adobe Lightroom app. And this is it. I'm pointing at it now. You can see how it looks like. So I'm gonna open it and then we get started with editing. So first off, I headed to Google. I headed to google.com to download an image, because I don't have one with a shirt, someone wearing a t-shirt, a plain t-shirt, of course, because this is already really feasible with a plain colored t-shirt or plain colored item or a plain colored object. But if the object has some text going on, a lot of designs, etc., it may be difficult. So it's much more effective if you're trying to edit images, items of plain colors, changing them to other colors. So let's get into it. I'm gonna save this image, download. So it's downloading to my gallery. Then I open up Adobe Lightroom. Yep, tap on it. Open. This is the interface you're gonna see first, and then I tap on this plus sign to open up the image. This is my gallery now, so I go down to downloads, because that's where the image saved in my gallery, downloads. So I'm going to the downloads folder. Take some time if you have a lot of images in your file or in your gallery. Alright, I'm here in the downloads, so I just open it up by tapping here and I look for my t-shirt guy. Okay, there it is. So I tap on him and I said add. So I add him up, tap on the add button. One photo successfully imported. Then I go all the way to all photos here, I tap on it, and that's my shirt guy. So I open it up and it loads into the editing dashboard of Adobe Lightroom. So now we are in there right now, and it's time for us to edit. So there are certain settings I'm going to give you that if you follow it, most definitely you would get it right. So the first step we're going to do is we will need to shade the entire shirt. We need to shade the entire shirt, make some adjustments, and then voila, everything will be colored. Well, before we shade the entire shirt, we have to test, like do some little testing to see which color works, or if everything is good, and then we'll shade the entire shirt. Anyways, to cut a long story short, let's get to work. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll tap on the select icon down below here, selective. That's what we're going to do. So I tap on selective, and then it comes into the interface of selective edits. You can see that. Now I'm going to tap on the blue plus icon. That is it. And I tap on this brush tool, the first one that shows up, brush. It brings out three icons. The first one is to adjust the size of your brush. You can see the size at the top there. If I come down, the size is reducing and it's giving you a visual reflection, a visual presentation of how the size will be. If I go up, the size of my brush increases. So I'm just gonna leave it at a medium or a minimal level. I think this is fine, so that I'm really careful with how I paint the shirt with the brush, so I don't smudge over places that I'm not supposed to smudge over. So I'm going to leave the size at 21. Okay, so the second one here is about feather. If I'm going to dive into the explanation of what feather means, you may just get confused. So I will just let you know to keep your feather percentage at a minimum level. So leave it just below 10 and a little above 5. You'll be fine. So I'm just gonna leave mine at 9. It's just good enough. So this last one, this last icon down here is about flow. If I reduce it, you see how, I think it's about the transparency of your brush or the effect or whatever you're going to place on your brush, how it's going to show on the picture. So I really want it to be very, very obvious. So I'm going to put my flow to 99 and that's it. So our size is 20. Our feather is 9, 8, 9, whatever, less than 10, and we go above 5. It's okay. Flow is 99. So that's set. Now we need to brush a little part of the shirt so that we can get the right color that we want, and then we brush the entire shirt. So I'm gonna smudge over the center of the shirt like this. You see this red icon, or this red area is showing you the area in which your brush has covered, right? I can go above that, but let me just stay at this round corner. That's the undo button. So now we are inside the selective edit, meaning that is the selective part. Whatever editing I apply in the selective part, it will only affect the selected parts. Let me rephrase that. I have selected these parts of the shirt. So whatever edits I will apply from this menu below, inside the selective edit will only affect the selected area. So we need to change the colors. So the first thing we do is go to the color menu down here after we have shaded that part. Don't worry about this blue spot. It's showing you that you're applying selective brush. It's showing you that you only have one selective brush. If I decide to add more selective brush to another area, I will just tap on this plus sign and then tap here. Tap here. I get another selective brush, but I don't want that to undo. So I go back and tap on my triangular or the hexagonal shape. And we're back here. So we go to color down here. We tap on color. First step, reduce the temperature to minus 100. Sorry, you can see that minus 100. I reduce the temperature to minus 100. Remember, I said whatever edits we're applying through this menu will only affect the selected parts. Got it? Okay. We reduce the temperature to minus 100. We will also reduce the saturation to minus 100. Do not touch the tints. No. Reduce the temperature, reduce the saturation. It's more of like taking out the color of the shaded area, taking it off completely to a neutral state, more like a gray neutral state, a colorless state, so that you can add colors above it. Now you've done this, you move on to the next menu, which says light down here. You can see my fingers are tapping on it. So I tap on light. I'm giving you specific settings. You could try to go above it or below it to see what works for you, but these are the settings that work for me and give me the right colors that I want. So you try to bring down your contrast to about 20-25 contrast here. The numbers will be showing here as you drag it. So I'm going to put it to 25. Let me tap on this side to increase it. Am I reducing it or increasing it? I think I am reducing it, but it's fine. That's what I meant. We reduce the contrast. Wait, am I supposed to reduce it? I'm supposed to increase it now. See confusion. You increase it to 25. Yep. Okay, 25. You increase it, you do not decrease it. Alright, then you move down below to blacks. And then you take blacks to 45. You reduce blacks to 45. We have our contrast to 26 and our blacks to 45. Now those are the 4 settings you have to put in place. The temperature, -100, saturation, -100. You go to lights here, you take your contrast to 26 and blacks to -45. Now that we've done that for the first settings, we would also need to start applying color to that particular area to see the color that we want. So you go back to color here, down below in the menu, and tap on it, and then move, swipe up, and then you see the color section here. Now the color section gives you a wide range of color that you can work with or you decide to stay with. There's yellow, there's green, there's blue, there's purple. So if you move this circular cursor, around, you would notice that the color of this area begins to change. You can see we have blue. What else do we have? We have blue, purple, we have pink, or the color. You can move it around, any other color that you like. You have green, you see that? So many colors. You have, what's it called? Brown, nude. This is nude, brown. You know, let me just leave it at blue. This blue. I guess let's just assume that's the color we are looking to change it to change the yellow to blue. While we've colored the entire shirt to blue, you can always decide later on to change to other colors. We're not going to start from scratch. So now that we've selected blue for our selected area, it is time to brush over the shirt so everything looks even. Then we go back and tap on it, right? And we start shading. But be very, very careful of the edges. I'm just gonna shade the part that I can easily shade. So when I get to the edges, I'm going to reduce the size of my brush so that I don't smudge over the skin or smudge out of the area that I'm supposed to shade. Okay. So there you have it. Now the trick with moving to the corners or to the edges is you have to zoom in. If not, it will be very difficult for you to shade all those corners evenly. So I'm just gonna zoom in. You see, I push using my 2 fingers. I'm just gonna zoom in and then I continue brushing. Mind you, I downloaded this image from Google, so the resolution, the quality is not so good. So you just have to manage it like that. Okay. Zooming in is the secret. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out with your 2 fingers. Zoom in, use your 2 fingers to move, and then you shade. So this is gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. So you have to be really patient when you're shading. Okay, now so I have brushed, and then I couldn't brush over the edges because I needed to be really careful. So the trick with brushing the edges so it's perfect is to reduce your brush size, and of course to zoom in and reduce your brush size so you can brush well. So I'm just gonna go to the plus sign, of course, you know. Yeah, okay. Then it brings out this menu that we were originally talking about in the beginning. And you know, remember the first one says, it talks about the size. So I tap on the first one, I press down on it, you see we're on size 19. So I'm going to drag it down to maybe size 8, right? Then I zoom in, I zoom in with my 2 fingers. Remember to use your 2 fingers. If you don't use your 2 fingers, you're going to smudge over areas that you do not want. So always use your 2 fingers to zoom in and zoom out. So my size is on what? 8, 9. Then I carefully brush over. Oh, why is it not brushing? I didn't select our guy here, so I have to select him, and it turns blue. You can see if it isn't selected, whatever you're applying would not work. This 4 shade quadruplet, I don't know what this diamond shape, yeah, good, this diamond shape object, I have to select it to tell the system, to Adobe Lightroom, that I'm shading this area. So, and if it turns blue, that means this area is being worked on. So let me zoom in back again, my 2 fingers. Okay, I can zoom in again. We've reached the maximum level. All right, let's start shading. You can see what's happening. You just have to be really careful. I have a pen tool for my phone. I use that. It actually makes the work easier for me. But if you do not have a pen tool, you have to use your hands, and you have to be really careful. You can see that. You can see how it flows. You can just tap to make some places work. Patience is key here. So you have to be very patient. Okay. Zoom in, smudge. Remember, your brush has to be small in size so you can get the corners, and then you smudge and you color the corners. This may take you some time, so you can just see how it works. notice the change in the color of the shirts. I had to redo it because the app crashed. I do not know why it doesn't do that way. So I had to like redo it. So this is where I got to, and I needed to show you something. You can see the neck. I colored over the neck, and I do not want that because when I change the colors, it's gonna affect the neck. So what I can do is to use the eraser, which is below this tool, this eraser, the second one. I tap on it. So I'm just gonna clean off those smudges on his neck. Just clean it up a bit. This one too may take you some time. Just have to be very careful when you're doing that. Okay. This just works. Okay, I think I like it this way. You can clean up. Oosh, oosh, oosh. You can clean up this one. Okay. You can clean up this one. Alright, so there's a yellow spot here, so I go back to my brush again, and then I brush over a bit so the yellow spot goes. Good. I smudge the skin again, so I go to my eraser, I clean it. Okay, this is good. You know why my screen is flickering is because the quality of the picture is low, so it's trying to like get the pixels, it would take off and leave. So I think we're good to go. So here's the entire thing. Can you see that? And yeah, it's clean, super clean. Look at the arms. I need to clean that off the eraser too. I'll just use that to clean the arms a little. It looks almost perfect. Remember, we are editing on your mobile phone, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but it can be close to that, you know. It can be close to that. Really close to that. Alright. So there you have it. Our lovely shirt in blue, or I don't know what color to call this, turquoise. So there you have it. Our complete makeover, so we can always change to other colors, but please, I need to warn you, when you are doing this, do not turn off your mobile data, do not put your phone on airplane mode, because the app would most likely crash. I kept my phone on airplane mode and the mobile data was turned off, and the app kept on crashing, so I had to do it from scratch all over again, to the point where I stopped. And then continued. So you may notice the change in colors of shirts that it really doesn't show. So now that I'm done painting over it, you can see how perfect it is, shading and brushing over it. You can tap on the diamond sign and you can see everywhere that we've shaded. This is not the color change, this is just to show you the areas that have been brushed over. This orange color is not the true one. So now I want to change this blue to something else, maybe a purple or a peach, or I don't know. So I have to tap on the diamond sign, then go back to color down here. I go to color down here and I tap on it. I go all the way down to color here, because you may see here, and go all the way down to color. Then move the cursor to whatever color you want. See, as I move the cursor, the color of the shirt changes to whatever color that I choose to change it to. So this is, I guess, green, blue, purple, peach, pink, nude. So you can just play around it and know which color you want to set it to, and then you'll be fine. Now to save the images, maybe let's say you want to change the color of the shirt to maybe 3 different colors, 3 different specific colors. So let's pick this one as the first one. You just tap on this check mark here. That means we're done with the selective edit. So we'll tap on the check mark and we're back to the editing dashboard. We're back to the editing dashboard, so it's time to save. So I'm just going to tap on the share icon here. Then I say save to device, right? So I tap on it, then it saves. Now I want to change the color to maybe purple because I have 3 different variants that I want. So I'm changing it to purple. I go to selective again. I go to selective. I tap on the diamond sign here to turn it blue. So now it has changed to blue. Then I move to color. I go down to color and then I shift my cursor to purple. Okay, there you go. Then we tap on the check mark again. It's purple. We tap on the share icon. Save to device. I save it to device. Now my last color, I don't know what it is. We could decide maybe nude, a nude color. Same way we did it last time. We come down here to selective. Come down here to selective. And then we tap on the diamond sign, and when you tap on the diamond sign it turns blue. You can see it. Then you go to color, you drag your color to whatever cursor you want it to go, or whatever color you want it to go. This is like brown. I'm taking it to nude, gray. You can see I'm beginning to forget what color nude is. So let's just leave it at this, gray, I guess. Alright, we tap on the check mark here. Done. Then we tap on the share icon, save device. So that's how it's done. Let me go to my gallery. You're gonna see it in your gallery here. You see it in the Adobe Lightroom folder. So you open it. So these are the colors that I have saved for that same shirt. Can you see it? Can you see? So that's about that. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll be glad to answer it. The app we use, Adobe Lightroom. Adobe Lightroom app. It's a mobile app available on Android and iOS device. Like I said, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will attend to them. So let me know what other topic to talk about or what other tutorial to give you in the next video that I will be making in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. So there you have it. You've seen how I changed the color of the shirt to other colors, and you can do so with just about any other object. The sad part is it would be very difficult if the object you're trying to change the color of is originally black. That would be the difficult one. But if it's other colors, green, white, yellow, pink, green, you can always switch. You can always use the photo app to change the colors to other colors. So I would like to see your own work. You could upload it on Instagram and tag me, of course, at SimbiShots. Tag me or email me. My details are in the description of this video. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.